His eyes were the same stormy gray, sharp and restless, scanning the room like it owed him something. The officer said his name was Caleb, 3 years old, found wandering barefoot behind a gas station. No parents, no ID, just a crumpled piece of paper in his pocket with my name written on it. I said it again, disbelief choking me. Asterisk, I don't have a child. Asterisk, yet somehow I was already walking toward that room. And then I saw her, Lena. She wasn't supposed to exist anymore. 3 years earlier, I was a husband, not just on paper. I believe in the whole thing, the forever, the partnership, the us against the world. I built a tech company from the ground up and gave Lena half of it before it even turned a profit, because that's what trust looked like to me. Unconditional, blind faith. She told me she didn't want kids. I accepted it, didn't push. She said she needed time, space, to focus on her art. So I worked late, kept the house quiet, gave her all the distance she asked for. I thought I was loving her, but I was just making room for someone else. The first crack came in the form of a receipt found in her jacket pocket. 2 milkshakes, one with extra whipped cream, despite her lactose intolerance. The second was a locked folder on our shared drive named Seattle. We lived in New York. I said nothing, only watched. She said she was going to a retreat upstate for 2 weeks. I said, sounds good. Enjoy yourself. But when she packed a new dress, a bright red one I'd never seen, I knew something was off. By Monday, I was outside a beige townhouse in Capitol Hill. From a rental car parked down the street, I watched through binoculars. She wasn't alone. She wasn't just having an affair. She was living a second life. They called each other mom and dad. The man was older, an accountant type of expensive shoes, a neat haircut, and a practiced charm. Lena looked different around him, lighter, like she'd shed the version of herself she wore for me. Then I saw the child. A little boy, maybe 6 months old, toddling toward her. She caught him mid-step, laughed, kissed his forehead. My lungs forgot how to work. I didn't rage. I didn't confront her. I flew home, made dinner, kissed her cheek when she walked in 2 weeks later. She smelled like hotel shampoo. For the next 2 years, I unraveled everything she tied to me. Quietly, I bought her out of the company through a shell firm. She signed distracted, probably thinking of him. 6 months later, I filed for divorce. Said it wasn't working. She agreed too quickly. In the settlement, she kept the loft. I took the cash. I wanted it that way. Let her sit on hollow stone, while I rewired the world behind the walls. Then I waited until she forgot how much I knew. Until the man she built that secret life with found out about me, about the marriage, about the lies. He left her, or maybe he disappeared. Either way, the townhouse was sold. Social media went dark. Paper trails ended. She became a ghost. And apparently, she left her son behind, with a note in his pocket bearing my name. Like I was a backup plan. Like I was nothing more than a fallback. They asked if I'd take the boy home. They thought I was the father. I said no, calmly, even as his stormy eyes stared straight through me. I told them to test the DNA. While we waited for the results, I got to work. The real twist wasn't that she lied. The twist was how far she'd fallen. The man she built that second life with, not wealthy, a con, a financial parasite. I traced his records. He drained Lena dry before vanishing to Thailand under a fake name. She was left with nothing. No home, no savings, no backup plan, just a child she couldn't afford and a lie she couldn't bury. So she put my name in that boy's pocket. Not because I was his father, but because I was the only man she'd ever known who cleaned up his messes. The DNA came back. Not the father. I knew it would, but I let the police call her in anyway. Let her walk into the precinct pale, shaking, mascara smudged like she'd been sleeping in her car. She looked at me like she saw a ghost. I said nothing. She reached for the boy. I stopped her. He's not safe with you. Then I handed the officer a folder. Inside, her bank fraud, stolen identities, shell accounts tied to that man she helped defraud, all linked to her signature. Documents anonymously sent by an ex-husband concerned for the welfare of a child. They took her away in cuffs. She screamed my name. The boy didn't blink. He's in foster care now, with a kind couple who sent me a photo last week. He's holding a puppy, smiling. I look at that photo sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe because, despite everything, he had nothing to do with her lies or her games. Maybe because somehow he made it out, just like I did. I'm not a father, but I am a man who kept receipts. And sometimes that's all it takes to burn a lie to the ground. She tried to use my name like a shield. I turned it into a blade.